Welcome back to Let's Play Ittle. So, proof of the fact that you can get the items in any order with only the stick, I've managed to accumulate 400 gold. But that's not actually why we're here today. I wanted to go back into the dungeons for each one of these items and show the path that I didn't take. Now this is just going to be the fire and portal, because as you saw in the ice, we actually solved that puzzle, we saw where the door would take us, and then as we looped around, we saw where that door would have exited. So that leaves us with the fire sword, where we have to do the hard path, and the portal wand, where we have to do the easy path. So let's go ahead and start with the fire sword, I guess. Now, of course, this is the first one we're intended to do, if I could hit the buttons right to get me through those menus. And this is the first puzzle that we come across. Okay, so the goal is to get in our very first puzzle here, well, first I'm going to go up and I'm going to get the fire sword. That could be important. Now, this is actually not that hard a puzzle. So let's see here. I need to put you there, and then down, and then you there, and you down, and then you over, then you... And up solves the puzzle. Now, of course, that's not it. There are only the two puzzles, and this one, I've not actually solved... Well, no, I've solved this puzzle once, but I've long forgotten the answer, so pardon me if it takes me a moment to stop and think how to solve this one. Hey! I completely forgot that I could stand on one of those buttons myself. I was trying to figure out how to hit them all with only what we had available, which was a lot. And we're greeted with a monster door. So let's solve that problem. Dark and dank. Ah, and that actually brings us out here, where we still have to solve this puzzle as normal, as we normally would have. Anyway. With the fire sword, it was very easy to run back in and get one more chest, so we can now get the portal wand. So we're going to take the portal wand on the easy path, which I think I showed off a fair amount of, but personally, I have never entered this from the easy path. Each time I keep thinking, well, I'll do the hard path and just kind of scope it out. And then I walk into the boss arena and go, oh, I guess I can't scope anymore. So to take the easy path, it's the normal route, of course, and I think we've even seen an amount of it. So we're gonna have to run in and do that thing. Okay, so the portal rod is right up here. It's gonna make our lives a lot easier. Gonna be hard to get through this dungeon if we don't have the portal rod. This is that, yes. And we cannot go back. So it's this way. This is the thing that we are doing. These guys are trouble. You monster! Well, at least there's still enough bombs left for me to do it. Okay, you are nasty. But I don't actually have to do anything to you. Hey, and that takes us back down here. And I'm still on fire long enough. So that was the down, and up is just where we came from, right? That was the entrance to the whole beast, yeah. So one down. Do I actually even? Yes, I do need to kill both of them. Okay. I'm sure you are. Okay, so I just gotta hit both of these. Oh, fine. Whatever, you get the idea. Wonder what's going on down there. I feel like there's... I feel like this is either... No, maybe this is talking about the Lichus turnip. I see first hex on that book. Conducting experiments on turnips. So how far did we actually go? I don't think I've been this far. Oh, and there are more puzzles up here. I have never seen this. Like, it was always just before. Yeah, so we got 4 switches. I saw something over here, though. Like, why is there... Oh, that's why. What in the world? Well, now I want to know what's going on. Are there 3 entrances to this place or something? Well, I'm not really sure. How would you even do this? Oh, that's how. I'm stupid. So that opens that, which will take us down. Nice hint. Will that take us into the boss room? Well, regardless, it'll take us into the same room that the other puzzle showed us. So let's go solve that puzzle. So there's 4 switches, 2 ice blocks. So that's 1 for me, 1 for portal block. And 2 for ice. And does that take us just directly into... No, it does not. So we would have come out over here. So you could solve either puzzle. Alright. Oh, and this looks like it's actually going to be the fight. Oh, that wasn't even a portal puzzle. And then we just gotta go in and fight the boss, I guess. So those are the two paths that we didn't see. By and large, I was surprised by the little bit outdoors on the grassy side in Jenny Deer's place, the Portal 1 place. But, since we got all of the cards and everything, we unlocked... No, not because we got all the cards. I mean, we did get all the cards, so we can take a look at all of them here. Ultra Fishbun! Truly the manliest of Fishbun. And maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure exercise and a balanced diet did not turn a Fishbun into that. Willing to bet there's some magic at play, too. Or maybe he's just really excited about lifting weights. You never know. Okay, completing the Master Cave, I think, unlocked the gallery, where you actually get to see a lot of interesting work that went into the development. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Does it just cycle? Does it loop forever? We're gonna find out. And then we'll go through the correct way. It does indeed loop forever. Okay, so you started here. I think this was interesting because that panel in the very middle actually shows the ropes breaking and everything after it hits the rock. And I'm glad they left that out because it's so much funnier that you just hit the rock and then the whole raft just goes pfft. Food cactus. So originally the original look of the cactus. I don't remember that brown one being able to shoot lasers, but maybe that's just me. I don't think any of them look like they're later revelations. Oh, that's interesting. So they used the 3D model to help make a real nice drawn. It says the very first Ittle Do image. This probably eventually turned into the floating Moai head. And yeah, man, all those guys look different. Oh, interesting bit of behind-the-scenes development about what goes into making a lot of these things, where they just like put a tree up there with a different sprite, and that's the sleeping Fishbun Jenny. Oh, that pancake. Oh, and I'm looking at this, I'm very glad for the stylistic choice they went to, with the hand-drawn instead of the pixel art. Because I've seen some of the pixel art, and we'll see some of them as it goes in here, and something just doesn't feel right about it. It doesn't feel nearly as professionally made, even if the quality of the pixel art is still nice. So you can see how Ittle has changed over time. There wasn't a lot of exploration in this map. Like, we got the volcano on the left. This is the original map, too, because now there's no volcano on the left. So we got the volcano on the left, we got the crypt in the lower right, and the kind of the desert area going on the right. But that whole area of, like, dark trees in the back, we never actually did anything with. I think it's interesting that, like, is there even a reason for a lot of this art? Like, some of this, yeah, and then some of it's just, we drew it to draw it. Yeah, these are the pixel mock-ups of how the game was going to look originally as kind of pixel art before anything was done with it. And I don't know, I guess the reason I really don't like it is that it feels like it's an RPG Maker game. Like, it has that aesthetic to it. And then even just in testing this art style, it looks a lot better. I think that Frog Jenny does look a little... She doesn't look like she's standing in place. And that's probably because the dungeon itself is so horrendously top-down, and she is very, very head-on, very straightforward. And then, of course, that's been worked on as time goes on. Just some more mock-ups of it. Tiger Jenny. Oh, that would have been a neat thing. And we get to see a Tiger Jenny. The Jenny says, Ultra Fishbone. I think it's been mentioned that some of the... Oh, so like a whole map of what up. Interesting. So you can see where, like, the walls are. Oh, you can tell this thing looks old. It looks... Oddly enough, it does not look like an RPG Maker game, but it does look very, very retro. Oh, the exploding, flaming chainsaw shotgun made it into this demo. Oh, and then the actual story of the island here. Still got that Tiger Jenny. And whoever that Jenny on the right is. And then we're back to the beginning. So there we are. That is Ittle Do, complete with gallery and cards, and even alternate solutions to various dungeons. So, Ittle Do, everyone. I've greatly enjoyed my time with this game. I've enjoyed it far more than I thought I was going to enjoy it, and I kind of went in thinking it was going to be pretty alright. So, I'm really happy. And this actually makes me excited for Ludosity's oncoming games, because, of course, I've been a fan of Daniel Ramar, hence me deciding to play through all of his games. But I wasn't sure if that was going to carry over to Ludosity, but considering they were mostly in charge, considering they were in charge of Princess Remedy, which I enjoyed to no end, as well as Ittle Do, I'm really excited for what they have in store, and I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll make sure you guys see too. I'm going to take a bit of a break coming up from the Ludosity projects. I will say I do intend to get to Ittle Do 2 at some point. But we're going to take a brief break before we get back into the mix. So until next time, everyone, this has been Let's Play Ittle Do.